Roy, how do you feel like you're continuing to develop as a starter, and how do you feel like you're playing so far?
Right. I feel like I grow every week, and it's just a comfortability thing, and just keep, improving on things that you learn, every single game. Sometimes you get a new look, but sometimes you get the same look. And, in the NFL, it's an unforgiving league, and, and they, one team sees something, they're going to try and do the same thing, so it's been great. I've been embraced by the whole defense, and everybody shows love, so we just look to improve every week.
There's a lot of rotations on the defensive line. How much does that reinforce the message to you to perform each week?
Right. We have a lot of talented guys on our D-line, so the rotation is to be expected when, our room is as deep as it is, and those guys deserve, the right to play just as we do, so we don't feel any sort of, bad towards the rotation or anything. We love it. We love to see each other perform and thrive. And if you see us when somebody makes a play or a sack, when you see JG get a sack and you look at the D line on the sideline, we're all going crazy. Us on the field, we're going crazy. So it's nothing but love in the D line room. So that's something that I'm very grateful to be a part of and to learn from and to keep growing on. So
Blacklock Pack, what does that add to the unit?
That adds speed, strength, size, everything that he brings to the table. So it's good to get Ross back. He brings energy to the room, and he's part of our brotherhood. So it's kind of something that we built on, and he brings a smile every day. So that's something we enjoy, and we all bring it too.
Hey, Roy, Tyler Murray, his mobility in the pocket, how much is that sort of a big challenge for you guys as you guys try to get after him and take the passing?
Right. I mean, being from Arizona, I've seen Kyler play, so, he's a great quarterback. He's mobile. He's got a great arm. Obviously, he's a ball player, so defensively we just got to keep that in mind and, play our keys, and every single down's a new down, and just keep attacking. So.
That being said, how hard do you think it's going to be to get the type of pressure on him that you need to not only keep him contained in the pocket, but keep him from getting outside of the pocket as well?
Right. We gotta rush smart. We gotta keep that in mind when we come free. That he's gonna try and keep the play alive. He's not just gonna go down. He's not gonna give us any freebies and let us celebrate. He has the same mindset of every down's a new down. So he's gonna come back up on 2nd and 8, and he's gonna look at it as he's gonna try and score. He tries to get out. He's elusive and he's smart. He's a smart football player. So. Yeah, we just got to get after him, but at the same time, do it, with a smart mindset. Keep in mind that he looks to extend plays and keep his team in good positions.
As players continue to be moved, what has been the message from Cauley and Caserio to you as the season continues?
Yeah, like I said, every week's a new week. Every play's a new play. So we just try to show, Wednesday, get the game plan and improve on it every single day. So we show up at practice and we know what the job is, and then we go out there and try and get it done. And then as the week goes on, we make improvements, and that way Sunday we're tight and ready to go.
All set. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Appreciate it.
As a return man based on what you've done in the past?
Even when Andre was here, I was very confident in my return skills. I always knew I can do it. I started off the league doing it in 2018, so that's just something I stayed confident in doing. I actually learned a lot from Andre, as to be a professional, how to carry yourself, take care of your body, so the little things. So it was a pleasure having Dre here. It's part of the business, NFL. You never know with this business. So I thank Andre for everything I learned from him.
How would you describe your return style, your approach to return?
I would say aggressive, just fast and physical. I try to finish every run falling forward and try to just get most yards I can to help set up the offense in any way I can.
As a secondary, what challenges this to try to contain DeAndre Hopkins and what you guys have on?
Yeah, and we know this will be a big game from him coming back to his old, well, not coming back, but us going to his new home. So we just try to contain him the best we can. We know what type of player he is and what type of players they have and the quarterback they have. So just really focusing on ourselves and just doing our assignments, and that should seal that up.
How hard is it to go against a quarterback like Kyler Murray who can extend plays like that?
It's tough. It reminds me of all the high school all the guys that's in the league now that play quarterback in high school. Just running around like Lamar Jackson, and just can make any throw on the field and can just wow you anytime. So we just got to keep him bottled in and just control his big plays, and I think we'll be perfectly fine.
As much changes have there been in the secondary? How do you approach trying to find your fit and find your spot?
We're still gonna stick to what we do. We still have faith in what we do, and we're gonna live by that, live and die by that. So we just gotta tighten up on some things here and there, and I feel like that'll help the passing game a lot. Helps control the passing game.
Are you searching for do you expect an opportunity for yourself?
I always start the week as I'm the starter, end the week as I'm the starter, even if it comes down to no playing time or whatever the case. So if my role is just special teams, I just try to be ready and let the coaches see it and know that I'm ready so they can trust me to throw me in the game at any time.
How hard is it to prepare for a player like Zach Ertz, who hasn't played with the Arizona Cardinals yet, but is another weapon for Kyler Murray?
Yeah, we'll know he'll have his certain plays. He can't go in there and learn the playbook too fast, so we'll know the plays he in there. I feel like they'll try to not force him, but feed him the ball, try to get him open on a few routes. So we just once he in there, we just got to be on high alert just to notice the ball to be going towards him.
All set? Go ahead, Aaron.
In terms of tandem, you feel like you and Desmond, between the two of you guys, is that kind of a strength, and you guys have some sort of shared confidence and shared?
Oh, yeah. I feel like we showed a few glimpses this preseason with the returns. I know he had a couple of big returns, bigger than mine, of course, but I'm working on it, But, yeah, I feel like he's a good returner, and, whoever number coach calls when it comes Sunday, we'll be ready. No matter who's on this roster, we'll be ready for sure.
In the punt game, it seems like directional punters have been getting it pretty close to the boundary, making it difficult. Does that make it difficult? How do you adjust to something like that?
And I feel like they was doing that just because they knew the type of returner, how good of a returner Andre Roberts was. So I feel like they'll try to keep that same mindset just to limit the big plays on special teams, as far as special teams wise. But just know if one of our returners get a hold of, we'll be looking forward to returning it and just setting up anything positive for the offense.
Thanks, Tremon.
Thank y'all so much.
Look at Arizona defense. Guys like Baker and what kind of challenge do you think you're facing?
Obviously, a lot of talent on that side of the football. I think from seeing film, they make some plays, but they've also let some stuff up. So we're just trying to find those spaces, those voids, and try to attack that.
As you go week to week, how is color communicate to you? You being a starter, how do you process that again this week?
Yeah, it's another week, another challenge ahead of me. Just got to be consistent in my work during the week and go out there and try to be better than last week.
Davis, have you ever lost 5 games in a row before this?
I don't think I have. No.
How is it just kind of in terms of just processing these sort of shortcomings just now that this is your first time?
Yeah, really it's just piecing it all together. It's tough to win football games in the NFL. Every week's a challenge, and unfortunately we've, like you said, lost 5 in a row at this point, and we're just kind of going at it with the mindset of attacking each week like we're trying to go 1-0.
If you look back to when you first went in against Cleveland to now, do you feel like you've made a lot of progress, and do you feel like every week it's kind of getting easier and easier for you?
I wouldn't necessarily said easy because it's a challenge every week, but I definitely have seen progress. It's a challenge every week, but I've tried to acknowledge the mistakes I've made and learn from them and just continue to grow as a better player.
You're talking about patience with the Colts game, working on that throughout the game, processing that again after looking through the tape. What else have you learned from that experience?
Patience is one. I think one of them, too, is kind of not having to call shot plays to take shots down the field. I think there's kind of organic ways we can find it within our offense to make big plays. So try to take advantage of those, and then really just, as my job, kind of lead the offense as best I can, make sure we're in the right spot to go out there and play against the defense.
How do you going to build on what you did last week as far as the run game is concerned?
I thought last week we ran the ball better than we had in previous weeks, so continue to use similar schemes and obviously game plan for Arizona's defense to see what schemes have been working against them in the past and try to utilize those and make sure we're, together as an offense, working together to run the ball well this week.
When you mean organic ways, you mean like kind of let the offense do its job, or?
Exactly, yeah. Just kind of utilize some of the alerts within the offense, but the things that are already built into the scheme, just take advantage of those.
Is it hard sometimes with having the new players at the offensive line position?
I don't think it's too hard. I think the guys who have stepped up have done a really great job of making it seamless. Where I don't even notice that somebody else is in. Specifically J-Mac stepping in at center this past week. We did a really good job communicating back and forth, making sure everyone was on the same page, and thought we handled it well.
What was it? Do you think that it was just the ball came out of your hands late when it was the Darius Leonard interception?
I don't know if I was late on that. It's just kind of on that given route, we don't really have anyone as a flat influence, and I kind of came back and kind of predetermined that I was going to get the ball to Nico, and he was kind of just waiting for the ball in that spot, and I didn't even see him until right as I was throwing, and it was just too late at that point. So we got to be smarter with that, and obviously kind of anticipate what the defense is giving based on what we're showing on offense.
As players continue to be moved as the season continues, is there a message that comes to you whenever you see things around you and the team?
I think the message that we're all kind of bought into is we're gonna try to win with whatever we have. We're gonna attack each week the best we can and go out there with the guys we got, because I think we have a lot of talent in the room, and we just gotta play the best we can with what we have.
Was it good having a big target and Nico Collins back on last week?
Definitely. Nico's a great guy to be around, really talented out there on the field, and he makes it tough on defenses to cover him because he can do a lot, both vertically and, in the intermediate routes and short routes. So he's a good target to have out there.
Speaking of Nico Collins, why does it appear like you guys were able to pick up the chemistry so easy?
I think it kind of goes back to rookie minicamp and OTAs. We've kind of been working together for a while now, and have built some of that chemistry, and we're kind of just picking up where we left off.
Is the amount here empowered to make adjustments with the line of scrimmage any different now from first start or second start?
No. As a starting quarterback, you have the role of controlling the offense, making calls at the line of scrimmage. So, as a starter, they trust you. The offensive coaches and Coach Coley trust you and to make sure you're getting to the right looks and the right calls. So I don't think it's really changed.
And that's kind of what you meant by taking shots deep or preparing for shots deep. So is that kind of what you mean in that sense?
What do you mean by that?
Like checks and maybe checking to a deep shot, or organic stuff.
What I kind of meant by that, we have shots down the field. We have play action stuff where we're really trying to get behind the defense, and then there's other ways within maybe quick game that we can convert a route versus a certain look, and we can get behind them in that way too. So things like that. Yep.
A couple more.
You guys talked about trying to win games. What is the mood around the team? Obviously, losing, no one wants to lose, but just kind of in terms of trying to rally together, how are you feeling about that?
I feel we do a really good job as a team, kind of rallying together, and continuing to emphasize that we have each other's backs, and we got to be a really good team to win games, because individuals don't win games. I think everyone's really bought into that. So we're just trying to keep moving forward and get a win each week.
You're playing an undefeated team, no one's beaten them. Is there something of a carrot for you guys? If you could somehow pull it off, is that something that kind of boosts the spirit around the team? Just like wanting to do that, knocks it off like that.
I think we can treat this week just as we treat every other week. I don't think a team's record matters too much when we're preparing for them. We're just trying to do what we can to go out there and play our best football on Sunday.
I remember, I think it was after your first start, you were saying a couple of times you quoted it's never as bad as it is, it's never as good as it is. Does that get tested after every week after this? Does it start to do you still tend to that? And you mentioned you never lost 5 in a row. I wonder how much that kind of hits on you.
I think that saying kind of still holds true. This past Sunday, I think there were good and bad things to learn from, but also things that we can kind of carry with us into the coming weeks. And it's the same week to week. winning football in the NFL is hard. But I mean, I think we're fully capable of doing that, and this week's just another challenge.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Cool. Thanks.